talking about bass, I'm talking about chips, talking about rings, you ain't got them, zip your lip. You got a problem you haven't found, check your grounds. The show about to start. Tune in, 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 tune in. This week in car audio. Yeah. Tune in. This week in car audio.
Whoa, wrong one. Welcome to This Week in Car Audio with your host, the Judge, Doug Stockton, co-hosted by Mr. Jeffrey Fernandez. What's good, Jeff?
It sounded like you startled yourself there for a second.
I pushed the wrong button.
Well, I'm doing good, just hanging out.
Well, this week we're going to kind of do a year in review. I don't know if you did the same thing, but so I pulled up all of the, what's it called? The shows we've had throughout the year. This is our 43rd show this year. So that's pretty solid. That's a fair amount of shows.
Nice. I did take a look at the YouTube page and I was going through the live videos or the podcast episodes. And I was trying to go back. I was like, when did we start the year off, or who's the guest? And I was like, oh, is it this person? And I was like, dang, I could have swore we just had this guy on live 2 weeks ago, and it was like months ago. And I was like, oh man, it's becoming a blur. But I mean, I guess if it that kind of means it was a pretty impactful episode for me, anyways. If I were to kind of like remember it, saying, hey, it was only 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So let me finish getting our. Oops. Oh, my daughter says, "Sup, Dougie Fresh, El Jefe." All right, that's that one, and let me see if I can't get the YouTube one going. Yep. There we go. Getting our. Oops. Oh, there we go. I got my mutes going, and nice. Pop out chat. There we go. So now, when I come to this, I see Test, I see Boom and Jeff. There we go. We see it. Yep, I see everybody going on. I see all that. All my stuff is shared. We're in a good way. All right. Oops. Now I'm gonna I want to thank everybody first and foremost for checking us out all year. Once again, this is our 43rd episode. That means we only took 10 weeks off, Jeff.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Well, and we're taking off the next 2, right? So that means right. as the year went on, we only took off 8 weeks.
8 weeks, okay.
And one of them was World Finals, I believe, right? Didn't we take off that weekend because of travel or whatever?
Sure, okay. I don't recall offhand.
All right, so our last guest for last year, we did 50 shows last year.
Oh,
that means we only took off 2 weeks last year. Was Ray Pimley. Then our first guest this year was Steve Team Mini Takakakakakakis. Guest 2 was Alan Dante.
What?
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at it right here. Guest number 2.
You know what? That's because, I was in transit. I was coming from Texas to California. And I think that's when I'd missed a couple shows getting
in January.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So that's kind of a big thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's almost been a year.
Yeah. So
hard to believe.
Then after that, we had James Chevrette with CE Outlook Magazine.
Oh, okay. I remember seeing that on the YouTube.
Okay. Following that, we had Mr. Gary Killian. talking about just life
Oh.
in general. I think that was a
Mhm.
week you were out also.
Yes,
I think
yes.
this is when we were trying to figure out when was going to be a best time for you to come back.
Ah,
Um, were you on here when we did Eddie Wool, my brother-in-law, the producer, and we were talking about how they make demo tapes and.
no, I don't believe so. I
Oh
think
no
I
no
might
no!
have
You know
missed
what?
that
I
one.
had Dave Bradshaw on because I
Right.
thought it was going to be good to have somebody who's kind of a producer, part of that. He's been part of that, and
Mm-hmm.
had him on. Yeah, so that was my brother-in-law. That was February 4th, and then the guest was nobody. After that, and then Don Hebig,
Ah,
and we
okay.
and that it was our longest episode of the year. We did it for 2 hours. So
Trying to think, was I on that one?
I will tell you in just a second.
I think if you go back on the YouTube lives and if the thumbnail doesn't show me, then I don't think I was on that episode.
Oh yeah, I'm just on uh, iHeartRadio.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so I'm looking at our list on iHeartRadio. It's the easiest list I got.
Ah, okay.
Um, well, let's see here. I got a stupid commercial because I don't pay for iHeartRadio. 3 more seconds, and then it'll let me jump in there see if you were on there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it. But I see the first guest. Ooh, was it Danny Britton of the year? And then it was Ray Pimley?
No, those were the last ones of the
Ah,
previous year.
oh, okay.
If it's,
Okay.
if it's not as influenced by exterior forces other than what's above the airspace.
That's
Power?
Oh.
Don.
No. We'll do the subwoofer for a minute. Okay. When you're wet,
Hold on.
this stuff here, that first foil, foam, foil.
Let's
Yeah.
see here. We're trying to
And,
figure out Don.
Anyway, so I did both the.
Don talks a lot.
You got some show or anything coming up?
Yeah, we just finalized the date for that
Yep.
Riverside show. It's gonna
There
be
you go.
at,
You're talking about the Riverside
Oh,
show.
yeah.
Riverside. It's
All
gonna be
right.
Sunday, March 23rd. I don't believe there's anything going on.
Man, you sound like a chipmunk when I put it at the
Yeah.
1.25 times speed.
Like in the old days of the cassettes when you used to be able to do that.
Episodes. That's what I was trying to get to. All right, let's go back here. So let's see. That was DB Don. Then Jeremiah Becker, and we were talking
Ah.
about the showdown, the Las Vegas showdown.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Which is coming up this year, I think early March.
So this was a March 8th. So I'm guessing about the same time.
Ah, okay.
After that, Thomas Lingard.
Yeah, see, that's I noticed his picture and I noticed the description. I was like, I could have swore we had him on, sooner than what it shows on here 9 months ago. Like, wow.
Yeah. Oops, close that. Let's see who our next guest was. Santino B.
Ah, yeah. He was from the the advanced car
Advanced car.
stereo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And then we had some guy named Cody Harris.
Yeah, I don't know. He had all these a lot of good things to say about DB Drag. He must work for them or something.
Yeah. So I know he was in some work transition right around World Finals. So I'd be curious
Oh.
to see where he's at now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is real close. Let's see. Then we had nobody, and we were talking about new rules.
Ah, okay.
Then we had Mr. Bobby Gately on.
Oh, nice. He was talking about the Autorama show, right?
Yes, sir.
Ah,
Because
okay.
he purchased it, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
he purchased the rights to the show. So had him on there talking about uh, his vision and how he was going to keep it going because, you know, he thought I was gone, right?
Mm.
So, and for that reason, he purchased it, and yeah, and then continued with it.
Is he local to Sacramento?
Oh yeah, yeah, he's
Yeah. Okay.
definitely Sacramento. Yeah, he might be only 10 minutes from Autorama for his
Oh.
shop.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Convenient.
After that, we had Zamir on, a Canadian DB drag judge.
Mm.
Yep. So, followed up by once again a nobody. It says talking about car audio life.
Ah.
After that, we have Pop Tart.
Tart.
Yeah, and I think we were kind of talking about his organization and him
Mm-hmm.
sponsoring other shows and whatnot like that. Then we had Joel, and this is in May, right before I left.
Hmm.
And then we brought on Team Mini and Cody Harris.
Ah. Had a double guess that episode, huh?
Yeah, because we talked about the quad show in
Oh, that's
Canada,
right. Yeah.
and we also started talking about the Hall of Fame stuff,
Hmm.
which I actually talked to Celise about that after World Finals, and they're trying to put it together, and they want it to be more of a kind of a big deal, so they didn't want to rush into starting it.
Hmm.
Followed up with Warren Jackman, Canadian DB
Canada.
drag. Yep.
Yeah.
Then Bill Temple, the owner of Base Wars.
Oh, Base Wars. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
He had a lot of good things to say.
Yeah, he did. Then we had Nobody, and we'll talk about whatever. Um, Once again, another little Nobody in June. Then we had Ray Smith of Mobile Audio Network.
Hmm. I
I,
think that
I
was Canada, wasn't it?
maybe
Oh, okay.
I don't remember that one very well. But the one after that, this is July 1st, and this was I had Mike Williams, the mental health expert, and
Mm-hmm.
Bass Girl on.
Ah, okay.
Speaking of Mike, I got a text from him today,
Oh, okay.
and he's one of his buddies asked him to. He's got a 3D printer and whatnot, and
Mm-hmm.
asked him to 3D print amp rack.
Oh, okay.
Well, a floating amp rack, as they say.
Hmm.
And so he did that, and so he's kind of asking me, what is there a market for floating
Mm-hmm.
amp racks?
Mm-hmm.
And I go, well, the market's going to be kind of really specialty shops like Bobby Gately,
Ah.
Ray, Ray, not Pimley, um, the Ray that moved to like Tennessee or something. Do you remember his last name? Ray West.
Oh, right, right, yeah.
Yeah, guys
Titan, I
like,
think it was called.
yeah, Titan was the shop that he works for, right? So you got Ray West, Ray Pimley,
Mm-hmm.
Alan Riley. Those are people that would use something as particular as that,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah, I've
Um,
seen some on Facebook just recently. I think it might have been uh, John at Sky High Car Audio. I think he had some kind of system, amplifier system where I think it might have been 3D printed as well.
oh,
Yeah, but I think it was to complement his own amplifier line. So it might be a proprietary type thing just with his amps, or it might be with other amps. But yeah, I think I wasn't aware there was a need for it. But when we're doing SPL, we don't make it look pretty. We just stack
no,
amps on top of each other and call it a day. But yeah, I mean, if you really wanted to look nice and really
hmm
showcase your amplifiers, Yeah, I think something like 3D printed amp rack. I mean, the possibilities are endless. How you could mount it,
Yep.
mount it upside down, at an angle using an amp rack system. So
Yeah. So anyway,
mhm.
so I'm gonna try and hook him up with Bobby Gately, and Ray West, and he's like, "What is there a market for this and that?" I go, to be honest with you,
Mhm.
I'm not the guy to answer this question, but these guys would be, and so I'm gonna kind of hook him up with those guys and see if they can, if that's a tool that they would want to use.
Hmm.
Um, and then Steven Teichendorf, I had a fun time with him at World Finals.
Oh, okay.
Um, you know, uh, sorry for the poor quality audio. We were having internet issues.
Was
I
that a
remember that.
comment?
No, that's what was on the notes for that
Oh,
show.
oh, okay.
But he's a very happy guy and just enjoys the process of being a basehead.
That's good. You guys were able to connect. I mean, obviously after the podcast
Yeah.
and meet in person, so that's cool.
Yep. Let's see who else. And then we had Brant and Ethan Anderson. They were the current Cyclone Wall world record holders
Hmm.
at the time. So this is July 14th. We all know how that ended. Then we had Ricky Del Rosario,
Oh, okay.
the Philippines guy.
Oh, yeah. He was pretty informative, had a lot of information about the car audio scene in the Philippines. So
Yeah.
that was
Uh,
nice.
another was that Pinoy or something like that? You guys say Pinoy?
Pinoy, yes.
Pinoy. There we go. Then we have Bill Turner, coordinator for Surf City. Obviously,
Hmm.
this was the week before Surf City, so August 12th. Um, then our next guest was Kira, 3 times Cyclone No Wall world record holder at the time.
Wow.
Not quite the champion.
I wonder how she felt during that episode. I mean, not knowing eventually she'll become a world champion.
Hmm.
She's just probably, just happy to be in the lanes with her dad, and
Yeah.
probably maybe that thought didn't cross her mind back then, or when she was doing that
Oh,
episode. But
oh no, it did because she was talking about how they were disappointed they didn't win the previous year.
ah, ah.
Yeah.
But imagine like if someone were to tell you, hey, months from now you're gonna win a world championship.
Uh huh.
It's like I know it's all hypothetical, but it's just like, how would you feel then? Would you do anything different? Would you, do everything you can to make that happen?
Yeah.
I guess that's why people don't want to know. Some people don't want to know their future. They're just
No,
willing
absolutely not.
to ride it out, just live it.
Yep. After that, we had Scott Jones for Tucking in the Valley.
Ah, okay.
Then nobody, then
Oh,
Winston and Richard Ross. That was the week while we were at World Finals. We actually did a show at World Finals.
oh yeah,
Um,
I see the thumbnail on YouTube. It has me in the hotel room.
yes. Then we started with our world champions. Chivo was our first one.
Ah, yeah.
Um, then we didn't have anybody because we were trying to figure out, trying to get a hold of people. Then we had Miguel Castro, stock 1K.
Yeah.
And then we had DB Rev Smiley, 149.9 and 5K.
I think he was a triple champion,
He was.
right?
I
Yeah.
think
Oh
he
my God.
did, what's that, freestyle also, right?
Yeah. So it was DB drag, freestyle, and base race.
Yes.
Has that been
Hey,
done before?
that's pretty good.
I don't know if it's been done before. Has it?
Oh, and my daughter says book club was on that episode.
How
And
can she remember?
yeah, my wife's doing book club tomorrow night. Thank
Ah,
goodness it's not tonight, right? Let's see here. DB Rev Smiley. Wall Street Winston after he won his top dog, right?
yeah.
Um, man, that was November 21st. That seems like a lot further ago than that.
Hmm.
And then Audio Dreamland Chris and Kira, Mrs. 11 Hertz. So, any of those episodes stick out to you, Jeff?
You know what? I guess not maybe not to say anything bad about like the veteran or the around the way competitors who've been doing it for a while, but
Mhm.
what really stuck with me was a lot of the newer competitors and the first time guests and just how their enthusiasm, was for DB drag racing and competing in general. I think we all have that. What do they, I mean, they call it like the honeymoon phase or something like that.
Yeah.
You become committed to something and then, your first year or second year and you just I don't know. So what does that mean then? So what happens after you're doing it for a while? And I don't know, but that just kind of stuck with me. Um, just how enthusiastic they are and how, right when they're learning the ropes that, it's their enthusiasm is infectious. So
Yes.
that was cool.
My daughter says Winston and Richard stuck out
Ah, yeah.
because that was the book club episode. Wasn't their episode, it was book club.
Ah, I see.
Um,
But that
but
might have been some good, talking amongst their book club was the episode, the father and son team, and
yeah. Well, and to be quite honest, it's probably the first time my daughter's friends have seen me
oh,
outside of, just over there having dinner or whatever.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um, the Don Hebig, I mean, we went 2 hours with Don.
How
my da-
was
my daughter says we loved that episode. We still talk about it today.
uh,
Um,
how
but yeah.
was the viewership on the Don Hebig episode that lasted 2 hours compared to the others?
Okay,
Um,
hold on just a second. I have that information.
yeah, I think we can kind of check that out.
Yeah, let me look up viewership. Okay, I don't want
Oh,
that one.
okay.
Um, there we go. That's what I was looking for. All right, so I gotta log in to Bean Podbean. No, Bean Pod. No, Podbean. Yeah,
Well,
there it is.
maybe to save you a little bit of clicks, I'm on the YouTube and
Uh-huh.
I brought the live videos, and
Okay.
yeah, there was a significant viewership jump from
Was
the
there?
previous episode. Yeah, and uh, could it have been the highest rated or the highest viewed, I should say?
Okay, so let me see. All right. Scott Jones and Nobody the week after. That was September 26th and 10th. We had
Hmm.
a really high. That is our current highest up to this.
Oh, okay.
I'm going backwards, obviously. So,
Right.
um, and let's see here. Did any of those?
I see another episode that was actually,
Bobby
oh,
Gately
let's see.
was pretty high. This is downloads off of what's it called?
Oh, you got those metrics.
That's what
Okay.
I'm looking at. Oh, so Dawn was actually pretty low on downloads.
Oh,
I think we
I wonder
got
what that
a
means.
bunch more live viewers for that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's see here. Bam. All right, so let's start here. Episode 1. Let's see here. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna just. Oh, wrong button. Damn it. All right, let's see what our lowest viewership week was.
Well, maybe we
Currently,
don't have to mention that and who the guest was, but
no, I'm just trying to see here.
okay.
You know our numbers are pretty consistent, to be honest with you.
Good. That's good.
I do have a guest right here. Uh, it was a Canadian, but he wasn't down too much.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, he's only like 3% below our average.
Ah, okay.
So, I mean, not bad.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's definitely was the worst.
Oh, bummer.
So, it was the Canadian judge. So, but that's okay. It's that not every show's a gem, right?
Mm, true.
So, uh, what does he say? Done is a bundle of excited knowledge. Oh, Don, not done. I'm pretty sure he meant Don. Um, but Don's, like I said, it was a 2-hour episode, so
Yeah.
I should have looked up the metrics on that, on how much
Mm-hmm.
viewers or how long the viewership stayed. And you know what? To be honest with you, the 2 hours were needed for the discussion we were having.
Ah, okay.
So we were talking a little bit about, you know, I believe we were talking about some isobaric stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we were talking about a cabin design. What was another one we did? He was sending me a bunch of videos and pictures after last week's show with
Mm-hmm.
Kira and her vehicle.
Oh, okay.
So that was kind of cool, you know.
Yeah.
Um, Also, uh, you know, Don was our only really technical guy on this year,
Okay.
and I think next year I'm going to shoot for at least 3 technical guys.
Mm. Okay.
I think they're well. No, you know what? We have Bobby on here, but Bobby was just talking about the shows. He wasn't
Right.
talking about the technical. And to be honest, I think Ray West, when he was on, I think he was a little technical,
Mm.
but I think it was more we were just talking about some of the cool stuff he's built, not really the technical aspect of why or how.
I'm interested to see on YouTube, they have this so if you move the little cursor to a certain part of the show, like
Uh huh.
right above it, it has this like wave graph.
Oh,
Like
of the most popular times or skip to or whatever.
yeah, or like,
Highest viewership.
yeah, at that exact moment in the episode.
Uh huh.
I'll have to check it later, but I want to see what that part was, and I wonder if that also included people rewinding it to to kind of write it down
Understand.
or try to understand what did he say, and is this like
um,
is this gonna be on the pop quiz
yeah.
type thing? But interesting.
So do you have anybody next year that you would like to try and get on?
No, but not exactly. I would like to have open, and I think we did this with Santino,
Uh huh.
was to have, and I think we kind of you and I talked about this a little bit, is have the promoter or the show sponsor
On the
on.
show. Yeah.
Yeah, because it really I think when he was on the show, Santino was,
Mhm.
he was able to bring his camera. He really showcased his shop,
Mhm.
like the wood room, outside of the shop. So I think maybe I could have that as as an option.
Okay.
Maybe even a part of the package, the show, the show package.
Right.
You not only you're going to get a judge to run the event,
Yep.
trophies, but you're gonna have some time on
Hmm.
this week in car audio podcast to showcase
Your
your
shop.
shop, yeah,
Hmm.
and stuff like that. That kind of worked out. And a lot of times we have these sponsors, the like SPL teams, and
Hmm.
you know and some shop owners. A lot of times, I can recall when I would have an event at a shop, I would go into the shop, and as I'm doing like a live video or whatever, I would just showcase, okay, what they have to offer, and these are the products they have. But when Santino was on, he was doing it and was like, oh, that's cool. A lot of the guys will really be um appreciative that his specific shop was one-stop shop, that maybe they got a buddy that wants to get rims. Hey, I'm going to take that guy with me to the show. They're not only going
Hmm.
to be treated with car audio competition, but hey, maybe they might have a sale on some rims, or even better, maybe they're raffling off a set of rims. So I was thinking, that's kind of
No.
cool. Maybe I'll offer that.
So part of the concept of this show when I first started was exactly that.
Hmm.
Was, hey, let's showcase the people that participate and
Hmm.
the people that help put these things on, because you need both sides of it to make it a equitable for everybody involved,
Ah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so, honestly, that I would love to do that. So any shows you get, let's 100%, let's do that.
Yeah.
Um, the other goal I kind of have for next year is I would like to get some international guests on.
Ah,
I mean, we've
okay.
had a couple,
Uh-huh.
um, but if you guys are familiar with anybody, because I don't consider Canadians international, they're America's hat, so they're kind of America light.
True.
Um, but I would, we had our people in Barbados on a couple of times. We've had um, people in where's Darren from?
Trinidad.
Trinidad. Yep. So
Hmm.
we had Trinidad on. We've had Australia, but it'd be great to get some of the European guys on.
Oh, yeah.
If you as a guest or whatever, please email, text, message Jeffrey or I. If you have somebody you would like us to get on,
Hmm.
we would love to figure out who it is and maybe invite them to come on and be part of the podcast.
Hmm.
Some of the things that you guys might want to see. Do you want to see some more DIY stuff? I
Hmm.
I tend to think the people that are watching our or listening to our show, because we had Dan Horner on one time.
Yes, that's the guy I was thinking right now.
Yeah, all about reconing. He did our live recone during the
Yes,
show,
yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Um, is that something you guys want to see, right?
Right.
Um, do we want to talk about interconnects and how they, or amplifiers or something like that? If you guys have an idea of somebody or something you would like to have on, to be honest, I might do Brad Ott. He is a amp technician, I believe, for Arc Audio. But as far as like subwoofer theory and amp design and understanding what makes a system work together, one of the smartest dudes I've ever met. Another goal, which I will continue to try and do it, is get Scotty Johnson on here. You know, super successful guy. Just bought Incriminator, right?
Mhm.
Has Sundown. Um, you know, stuff like that. Be great to have him on. Like I said, if you guys as viewers and people that hang out and listen to these shows, if there's something that you would like to see us do more of, hey, we're here to grow and provide you with the information and the entertainment that you like. I also think it's helpful when I'm doing shows and you're doing more shows. Um, I think it's a cool thing when we can talk about our shows. And one direction I may like to see this thing go would be, have you ever seen the Street Outlaws show?
Is that where they race basically what they bring and for pinks and stuff, or?
No, not for pink slips, but they race for cash.
Ah,
And they
okay.
race on a city street, right? And
Oh,
it's a bunch of
okay.
guys out of Oklahoma, Texas area.
Hmm.
And they do that. So that TV show is, and honestly, that's kind of how I started this thing. Is it's about the people that do the race. The race is part of the show, 100%, but it's more about the people that are doing the racing, and I think we do
Ah,
that really well, right?
like the behind the scenes,
Correct.
kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we do that pretty well. Um, but I think it would be, we had Carlos on a couple of years ago when he was testing the subwoofers.
Hmm. Okay.
Carlos Rodriguez out of
Yeah.
Vegas,
Hmm.
and I think that was a good quality show. I think it spoke to a lot of people. Uh, I talked to um, Steve Mead once a year, and he tells me every time, I don't do that. Yeah, I know you don't. That doesn't mean I can't ask. But like I said, if there's somebody else you guys know and we can get a hold of them, it'd be awesome that you think we can add them to the list of participants to be part of the show.
Hmm.
Um, I personally like the questions that we ask. Um, my favorite question I ask everybody is, you know, who was it that introduced you to SPL? Do you
Ah.
remember that first song, right?
Hmm.
Um, and that could just be that it's because it was such a defined moment in my life
Hmm.
that I kind of hope it was a defined moment in other people's lives, you
Yeah.
know?
That's definitely a good question. I don't think we've ever had someone who said, "Oh, I don't remember." It was always something that, it was probably that question in the back of their mind that, it wasn't even formulated in a question. It was just this song or this vehicle or
hmm
this moment in my life where, I was out with my older brother type thing, So yeah, that's definitely a good question.
Yeah, and like I said, that's one of my favorite questions,
Hmm.
and I always get to that. Um, like I said, and I would like to get some more technical people on.
Ah,
Like still to this day, one of my favorite shows was having Steve Deckard on.
okay.
Um, you know,
The cookbook, right?
no. So he read the cookbook, but he made his own book. He was Deckware Designs,
Okay.
and he did the Wicked One box and the Death box. But he was talking about the technical aspects of it. Like when I read his book that he did, he was talking about speaker wire length, like making sure that all your speaker wires for your front stage were exactly the same length
Wow.
so that time alignment worked and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing I do by any means, but it was cool to listen to somebody who had a passion for that level of knowledge. Um, I'm trying to think, having Joseph on. So like Joseph with Earthquake,
Yeah.
super knowledgeable guy, but his story is where it was at, right?
Oh yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
come to this country with nothing and created a multi-million-dollar company just by, you know, through hard work and
Hard work.
schooling and
Yeah.
um, so he super cool guy. Enjoyed having him on. I'm trying to think of who else I can get on.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Steve Cook. Oh, so people that know Steve Cook, just if you know him personally, uh, we were trying to get him on tonight, and his father passed.
Oh,
So they
sorry
are,
to hear that.
yeah. So
Condolences.
yeah, so they are in the process of trying to get the logistics of that worked out.
Mm.
So um, Steve Cook couldn't make it tonight, obviously. Like I said, if there's anybody,
Yeah.
maybe Robert Zeff, or do you think he's going to be a little too much?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
You know who Robert Zeff is?
No.
Oh, Zabco. So he is the designer of Zabco and all their stuff. And I will tell you, talk about smart guys.
Mm.
He could be difficult to follow.
Well, speaking of amps, how do you feel about the internet nowadays is a lot of it is live amplifier testing, right?
Really?
Maybe we could work it in the budget where we pick up an amp demo or amp
Uh huh.
dyno, and then just dyno just miscellaneous amps. I don't know, or we could have somebody demonstrate that. But with that, there's a lot of there's circumstances.
Yeah. Well,
Reactive loads and
right, because
stuff like
you're testing an amp at a particular frequency with a particular voltage, so that
resistance. Yeah.
that that amp may be optimized for that test versus another amp that may put out more power for your vehicle because it's more optimized to your vehicle. So that kind of makes it tough. But
Yes.
I think the better way to maybe do that is find somebody who does have a oscilloscope or whatever. There is an amp testing device that's sold by Steve Mead. I
Hmm.
do know, um,
Okay.
and it's got a load and all that stuff. And maybe find a third guy that can, and then just have him on once a month
Ah.
to uh, dyno an amp live. And we could ask him questions, and he could potentially just show us what he did or
Yeah.
explain to us the methodology, right?
Hmm.
But
There
it
was a
would,
guy that
yeah, go
that
ahead.
was on YouTube. He was an older gentleman, I believe. I think he does a lot of down for sound amps. It starts with a W. I forgot his name, but I know he does a lot of amp dyno YouTube videos.
Hmm.
Maybe something like that. We can ask him, like, what's the biggest amp you've dynoed, or what was the most problematic amp, or, the
Yeah,
easiest amp to dyno, or yeah, I'll have to look up his name and send you his information. But
yeah, do
along
that.
those lines, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I think it would be really good. Like I said, we had Carlos on talking about the different subwoofers.
Hmm.
The ultimate goal with that part, I think, would be finding somebody who's impartial,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
So that
Oh
that
yeah.
would be the key. I would want somebody that's completely 100% impartial. They aren't beholden to DC audio, DD audio, down for sound, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, that way we can say, hey, look, this amplifier, they can go over the whole thing. All right, this is, was it single bridge, dual bridged, mono, AB, X, whatever um, format it is. It runs with this many FETs. It does this, it does that. It'll run down to half ohm, 1 ohm.
Yeah.
You know, but somebody that enjoys dynoing amplifiers,
Mm-hmm.
and we can make it I would say a monthly thing, because I don't see our rules changing at all this year, to be honest.
True.
And if we're not doing anything with rules, that means instead of doing a once a month rules deal, then we can do a dyno.
Yeah, I think I just looked him up. Williston Audio Labs is the YouTube channel.
Okay.
Um,
How
you know,
long has it
he's
been since he posted?
let's see, his last video, his latest was 4 days ago,
Okay. So
and
he's still
he's
active.
yeah. Oh, it looks like he tested $100 3,000 watt amplifier.
Cool.
I haven't really seen that, but yeah, okay. Maybe something to think about. I don't know if that's what the viewers want to see, we can try to make it happen. And
Hmm.
if it's something that they don't want to see, maybe they know some stuff about the guy and maybe not even worth it.
Another thing is maybe we can find somebody that wants to blow up subwoofers, right? Hey, let's do a
Yeah.
test to destruction on subwoofers. You
Yeah,
know,
back in the day, I plugged some in I
into the
plugged
walls.
a couple subwoofers into the wall, just
Yeah,
for shits and giggles,
yeah. I mean, that's 12,000 watts, right?
Is it really?
It
I
is.
don't know. Only thing I knew was it was 60 hertz,
Yep,
and that's all I knew.
12,000
So
watts at 1 ohm at 60 hertz.
wow.
So think about it. It's 120 volts,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So it's voltage. Your amperage is roughly 30, right? It'll do up
Okay.
to 30 amps. And
Oh, he's multiply it.
yeah,
Just do the calculations.
there you go. So the in general number that everybody agrees to is about 12,000 watts.
And I had a couple that lasted a while before, catching on fire. And there was some that caught on fire instantly.
So
Uh,
I never had any catch on fire,
oh, oh. You
but
probably didn't have it long enough.
no. So what was really cool is that's when I was taking physics in college, and
Okay.
I had my Sonic FX subwoofer brand, and I brought in my 350 watt sub, and I plugged it into the wall, and it lasted for 25 seconds.
Wow.
It was a 2.5 inch voice coil, capped on voice coil, subwoofer with like 11 millimeters of X Max. I think it was dual 80-ounce magnets.
Hmm.
I mean, it was my $100 full retail $100 subwoofer, and it lasted for 25 seconds. So that was pretty cool. I did
There
enjoy
wasn't
that.
like, it didn't catch on fire. There was no
No,
fireballs
it
shooting
just
out of
went
it.
and then went yeah, and stuck up.
Locked it up. That's what it
It
did,
just
huh?
locked up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was cool. Um, but yeah, no, it'd be. I think that might be a good monthly feature, which I don't hate.
Mm-hmm.
But I really would like to get some European competitors on here. Talk about some of their vehicles. Maybe show us some of their, how they put together. Because we don't see their cars, right? So it'd be cool to
True.
see their Corsa or whatever, their Panda, and maybe some of the stuff they did to it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I know a lot of people have seen pandas, but
Yep.
yeah, like the Corsas and who knows what new vehicle that they have in Europe.
Yeah. Because they really argued about the airbag rule because
Ah,
they don't have a lot of cars with airbags there.
it's not like mandatory to have an airbag
No,
or
no, not for their
uh
little tiny cars.
uh
So, and they use a
that's
much thicker steel than we do here in the United States on their bodies.
steel. We
Steel,
like a oh steel,
yes,
steel.
steel.
Ah, that's interesting.
If I'm slurring a little bit, my jaw's still pretty sore from the dental surgery
Still.
last week. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's feeling tons better, but it's still
That's good.
sore. To be honest with you, I think it's up here in my jaw. So they put the screw right here in my lower jaw, but up here in where my jaw connects to my skull, because they open up your mouth and they hold it open because it's my furthest back molar.
Hmm.
Um, I think I might have some damage or whatever or not that damage, but because they held it open, that's why I have the pain up here in my upper jaw and in this part of my face. So,
But it'll go away, right?
oh yeah, it's
Yeah, okay.
just from 2 days ago to now, it's maybe 10% of the pain that it was
Hmm.
2 days ago. So I'm guessing by the end of this weekend, it'll be back to normal.
And still with no medication, right? No painkillers, no.
So I will tell you, I was taking 800 milligram Motrin or
Oh, that's
ibuprofen.
pretty standard
Yeah, I was
for
taking
pain. Yeah.
I was taking one of those about every 8 to 10 hours.
Ah, okay. Okay. That's
So
pretty much what they'll, for mild pain, or a little bit above mild pain, they'll give you that.
okay,
But if you're like in total pain, they'll give you the hard stuff. But
okay,
yeah, you probably won't do that.
that was the hard stuff.
Well, probably okay. Ibuprofen.
Yeah, well, when you don't take medication,
Hmm.
ibuprofen works really well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You
I
know.
use it on headaches.
Oh, do you?
If I get some bad ones, the little ones are like 200 milligrams. So
Correct.
I'll take like three, four at the max,
10,
and
whatever.
no. But I know if you go through the doctor, they'll tell you they'll prescribe you, 1 800 milligram
Hmm.
pill, and I'm like, wow, this is it's about the same amount as what I would take for a headache.
Yeah, exactly. Um, but yeah, I do take, like, I have a bottle of 800s straight from Mexico, right? So I got
What?
Mexican drugs.
Uh-oh.
Um, but that one bottle will last me 3 years.
Mm.
So, and I share them because when you go to a high, yeah, Steven says like candy. Um, uh, when you go to a high level bowling tournament, I bowl the
Mm.
seniors since I'm an old guy, and it's hella funny. Right when you're getting ready to start in the regular aged group, everybody has their bowling balls out, their sanding pads, and their cleaning stuff, and right. And the seniors have the same thing, but right next to their bowling ball, they have a stack of pills.
No. We have like pills here. Oh, okay, I can see that.
Yeah. So everybody. So when I go there, occasionally people run out, or somebody, their thumb gets caught or their finger gets caught in the bowling ball, and I need an ibuprofen, and I'm there just
uh,
handing them out. So that's right. I'm the
that's
drug
fun.
pusher for 800 ibuprofens at bowling tournaments.
So when you're walking into a bowling alley and you see pill bottles everywhere, it's more
It's a
than likely
senior event.
the senior league. Okay,
That's
I
right.
got you. It's
So
not an advertisement for dealers. It's just pills they take.
that's right. But no, like I said, that it'd be kind of cool to. We'll work on that amp test. Um, like I said, is there anything you guys want to see more of? Were you guys down with like the Dawn stuff? Were you down with like you said, Jeff? I think this year more than any other year, we've had new people on,
Yes.
new to the sport,
Hmm.
and that was kind of cool. I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
Um, we had new judges on. We had first time world champions on.
Yeah.
We had first time world record holders on. Um, all that stuff was kind of cool. I did appreciate that. The downside of that is trying to book these people to get on
Mm,
here is a little more difficult. Um,
true. So true.
so, we've never had Roger on here. Um, but yeah, no, I think if we add the retailer for
Hmm.
an event or the promoter of an event on, that would be cool. Um, like I said, you guys that are just watching and listening and downloading all our stuff and whatnot, if you guys have any suggestions, please share them with us.
Hmm.
And we want to take this in a direction that maybe is more helpful if that's what you want. Um, like I said, the intent of this whole thing was to showcase competitors and their life outside of competing, which I completely love that about this show. Um, and the other intention is to showcase people that support the sport, like the stereo shops and
Hmm.
Autorama and stuff like that. Um, I appreciate those things. So hopefully you guys see that Jeffrey and I we are eclectic in what we want to do here, but whatever makes the most sense to you as viewers and listeners, let's do that. You need subwoofer reviews. Shoot, we can do that. Uh, you know, uh, cheap woofers, expensive woofers, whatever. I'm just sitting here in a trailer. I can make a 1 cubic foot box and run it through test if people that's what they want to do, right?
Oh, mm,
Um, but my scientific mind says that's a shitty way to review a subwoofer. Just like Carlos talked about. Yeah, this one woofer might be totally perfect for his build. Doesn't mean it's the best subwoofer out there. It means it's the best subwoofer for the situation he has. You know
true.
that's uh, the problem with say testing subwoofers. Or if you guys want to do 1 week we have a guy testing subwoofers, another week we have a guy that tests amps, and those are 2 of the 4 weeks in a month.
Hmm.
And then the other 2 weeks we talk to competitors. I mean, like I said, it's we have now completed 5 years of this program, so that's something special. So like I said, this is a five years running. Um, we're averaging like 49 or 47 episodes a year for 5 years. That puts us right at 200 episodes, which is awesome,
Oh
right?
yeah.
We're not quite as many as I have for car shows yet. We're about halfway there. Speaking of, Joel's trying to catch up to me on car shows.
Oh yeah.
Man, putting on shows like crazy. Um, I'm just saying, maybe Jeffrey has to step up and do some more shows down there south.
Yeah, yeah. Working on it, working on it.
Good to hear. And right now, like this week at work, I'm here in Dallas. My wife's in Wichita. This week, between Monday and Wednesday night, I had only slept 5 hours. So Monday morning, I woke up at 5 a.m. to go to work. Between then and Wednesday night at midnight when I went to bed, I had only slept a total of 5 hours between that time. So I was almost
Nice.
4 straight days with a total of 5 hours sleep. And it makes it difficult for me to set up shows, but I do have people that want shows. And to be quite honest, I really need to start doing shows because I think it's, as we've talked about here, it's important for me to give them the opportunity to participate. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So, how are shows here in the winter, in the Texas winter?
Well, I know when I was there, we had one every month, and I think
Mm-hmm.
we only had to. I don't think we even canceled the event. We just rescheduled it to like the following week, and that was like a December Toys for Tots event.
Okay.
So it was wintertime, and I think it might have been rained out, or there was high probability of rain. So I think we ended up moving it either the following weekend or the following day. But aside from that, knock on wood that there wasn't any tornadoes that were rescheduling shows. So, you hear a lot about that. But yeah, some good weather. Yeah, during the winter time.
I mean,
It
it's not
just
LA weather.
no, no, no. But it's starting to cool down out here. So there was like a heat wave. It was like 80 plus degrees days straight, and then I think it might actually rain Christmas Eve. So you know,
2 weeks ago, when I was home, the day after Thanksgiving, I believe, it was 22 degrees,
oh,
but felt like 10.
I
It
will
was
say that
cold.
it does get cold, like super cold there.
Yeah. So it was 22 outside, felt like 10.
Hmm.
And my trailer ran out of propane during the night. It
Oh
got
God.
cold. Luckily, I had another propane backup, but here
Mhm.
I am at 2 in the morning walking around outside when it's freezing, uh, trying to switch propane tanks.
Hmm.
So, but other than that, hey, I want to thank you guys for tuning in this year. We're going to be off
Yeah.
for Christmas. We're going to be off for New Year's. Hey, Merry Christmas, Happy New
Yeah.
Year to everybody. Like I said, really appreciate you guys participating, being part of the show, tuning in every week, and sharing time with us.
Hmm. Oh
So,
yeah.
all right, Jeffrey. Yeah, we're about done. So, any
Ah,
final
okay.
thoughts?
Um, I know we don't say it often, and we try not to make it our goal here,
Yeah.
but we would really like and appreciate people subscribing.
Yes.
That'd be kind of cool. Liking the video on like YouTube and other formats. Commenting that'd be
Mm-hmm.
that'd be really good as well. But again. we're not, in it for the views or the clicks and, stuff like that. But yeah, it would really help out a lot. So if you can, do it if you can.
Yep.
That's okay too. I mean, again, that's not the main reason why this podcast exists.
It is not. If we can get to the 1,000 subscribers, that'd be super, super helpful. Um, it is what it is. But yeah, we do appreciate you guys tuning in. We
Yeah,
appreciate all the other judges in the world that do DV drag. We are DV drag centric, but we can appreciate all the other organizations. As you know, we had Base Wars on,
yeah.
IASCA.
Hmm.
Um, we have no ill will towards anybody. So if you guys have an organization or a show idea or a show that you would like to come on here and really push, uh, we're open to having you come in and talk about it. It does, and it can be literally anywhere. It could be
Hmm.
a Florida show. It could be a Tennessee show. We don't care. Hey Jeffrey, are we gonna try and commit to a multi-venue event this year?
Yes. And that at the last show, I was saying how much I missed that.
Yes.
So I'm definitely gonna work that out. Because yeah, it benefited everybody, and they were all just fun to have.
Yep. So I will commit to that with you, Jeffrey. I will do a multi-venue show.
Hmm.
Um, it, like you said, like we've talked about, it benefits everybody, including us as judges.
Yeah. Hmm.
So put together a protocol and run the event. So
Yes.
um, other than that, once again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everybody. Um, I got a great partner in this show with Jeffrey, one of the best
Eh,
TV drag judges out there for car audio in general. So I always appreciate that. Um, anything we're going to see you on in movies coming up?
Um, I did work on it's kind of a newer hospital comedy.
Okay.
It should be coming out, I think, like in January, but it's not a featured film or
Pilot?
anything. No, no, I think it's been around for like maybe one other season, so this might be like
Okay.
season 2 or season 3, but I was in there as I think what was I playing? It
Clipboard
was
holder 3.
it was vendor. It was like a hospital event vendor. So I was just
Okay.
manning a vendor booth as they're having this hospital event. So
Okay.
when I get more information on it, I'll let you guys know.
Awesome. Oh, I do have a quick question before you go. So, with Netflix potentially buying Paramount, I think, or
Okay.
Warner Brothers, one of them, somebody's buying somebody.
It's Warner Brothers. It is Warner Brothers.
Okay. Um, but Netflix in particular, do they use SAG actors? Because they have a lot of actors that are not known, right?
Hmm.
They're not doing stuff with Chris Pratt and Mel Gibson, and so how does that work? Is that still a SAG jobs?
Well, I think the big thing with Netflix was, you know, they weren't necessarily like a studio. They're still putting out content. However, I think the regulations were a little different. As far as like a streaming
Hmm.
show, and you talk about like a syndicated show or something like that,
Right.
there's some differences. So I don't really see it being. It might be different. I know pay had always been a big thing.
Mm.
As far as the unions are concerned and stuff like that. So with Netflix, their shows being streaming, it fell under a different category. It was classified different. So I think the pay wasn't there. So I think maybe now with the acquisition of Warner Brothers, I think maybe hopefully there'll be a better transition for better pay, and stuff like that. So we know definitely the content is still going to be there. It's still going to get pushed out. We're all going to be able to see, more than we can possibly see, on our devices and stuff like that with, Netflix now. So it's still kind of early to see, and I still hear about, you know, is the government going to allow it to happen? They have these things about monopolies and
Oh, yes. Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. So there might be some pushback to making that final. So it's still kind of new. Still kind of
Antitrust
new.
laws. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, have you been approached for a role in a Netflix movie at all, or a TV show or anything?
Netflix, no, not so much. Even though when the show Cobra Kai came out, man, I was
Hmm.
praying every day I get a phone call from those guys, and I could play a background guy in their
Absolutely.
dojo
Well,
or something like that.
or you can be a supporting actor, right? You could be a regular supporter.
Oh yeah, oh
Absolutely.
yes,
You could
something like
be, you know, um, dojo student number one,
that.
right?
Yes, and then I found out, okay, they were filming out of Georgia, or I think it
Oh,
might have even
really?
might have even been Canada. But I know a lot of their, especially in the first couple episodes, they were, showing where, Johnny came from, and it was
Hmm.
the Valley. So
Right.
they had like scenes of that area. So I thought it was local, and then found out it was filmed out in Georgia. It kind of bummed me out. But as far as Netflix. Aside from maybe some like what they used to call made for TV movies,
Uh-huh.
now it's like made for streaming movies that they don't have the theatrical release that they do, worldwide via
Right.
movie theaters and such. It might be some like little known movie that I probably, was a blip
We'll,
on. So
we'll all watch it just because you're in it.
hey, I know that guy.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But like, so if somebody offered you a position, said, "Hey,
Mhm.
this is a Netflix streaming series. We're running a pilot. We want you to either be a co-star or a headliner in this thing, family comedy, say,
Mhm.
something along the lines of Everybody Loves Raymond, right? Just as a premise.
Mhm.
Would you do that with a Netflix?
Um, I don't see why not. I know the SAG-AFTRA, the union.
Hmm.
Oftentimes, everything has to get ran through them. Well, most times. And if there is, a production that's not really copacetic with the SAG-AFTRA, policies and stuff like
Hmm.
that, SAG-AFTRA is quick to put "do not work" for this production,
Okay.
for whatever reason. And it's up to us as SAG-AFTRA members, kind of look at that and pay attention and do exactly what they say. Don't worry. And often it's like it's something small dispute, and then like a week later they'll say, okay, we rescind the do not work policy, and it's okay now. So, um, barring from if they get into specifics and say this is a non-union job, even then, they tell you if you do auditions. Um, can you do an audition for a non-union job? Yes, you can, even though you're union, because
Hmm.
it's up to you to do so good that you knock their socks off, that they're going to want to turn into a union production and then hire you. So there's a lot of maybe small caveats about stuff and things like that, but for the most part, I don't see why not.
Okay. Because I mean, like, to be honest with you, I'm sure the people that did Things, they did 5 or 6 episodes before probably one even aired, right? And
True.
they were probably a year and a half, 2 years after filming the first episode before they were even a recognizable person
Mm,
to the general public, you
exactly.
know?
Yeah.
And so, in short, a relatively unknown people, right?
Hmm.
And that's why I was asking, if something like that showed up, because I don't think they made hardly, I believe they made hardly anything as the actors on those shows.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, I believe Netflix is one of those companies that they collect the profits and they look for people that nobody knows and can create a atmosphere and a product, because there are tons of talented people out there, absolutely
Oh
tons and
yeah.
tons,
Oh
that
yeah.
aren't discovered or aren't well known. They're not even B-listers, but they are super talented in the acting world,
Hmm.
and if they can take advantage of that, they're going to. That's my thoughts on Netflix. But and I believe you probably fall in that category because you take your craft seriously, and I've seen a few of your, was it like People's Court and CSI and whatnot, and those uh, roles, they don't bleed into each other. I don't look at you and see,
Mm,
oh, he's the guy uh, off of CSI, or he's the guy
mm.
off of People's Court, right? You, because you acted that role, it doesn't define you when you're seen in another role, right?
Yeah,
And
and I don't think there's ever a time where, as far as like a background artist, what they like to be called, I don't think there's a way where they can be typecast. There
okay,
might be where, okay, that's the guy, he played a club goer, and like, three
oh
different
come on,
productions or
they,
something like that.
talk about typecast backgrounds, yet you can do it.
Oh, that guy, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and the other guy from Bob Shape,
Man,
he's
I like
totally typecasted.
I think it's more so it's anytime you're dealing with Adam Sandler, he has like this crew of guys that
Yes.
it's like every movie they do, whether it's like comedy or
Yep.
something serious, it seems like they're a package deal. So they're
They
all
are.
they're all they're all playing some form of the same character, but it's by association, they're all in the movie.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm actually going to go now. So this is
Uh
cool. Appreciate you guys.
yes.
Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. We'll be back on the 7th, I believe. So looking for some time. I'll be back in Wichita for the Christmas break. I'll be back there for 4 days,
Oh, yeah,
which will be
enjoy.
nice. Um, so, but once again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Uh,
Yes.
Anybody have any ideas? Please share them with us. We are always looking to be better and expand. Um, or if you want to critique the way we run the show, critique it.
Hmm.
We're always looking to be better at what we're doing. But with that being
Yes.
said, we'll see you guys in 3 weeks. Have a safe and happy holidays for everybody.
Yes.
Peace. We out.